Okay, I'm back, and as I promised when I was at Jumonville Glen, I said I was going to try to take a walk up to the cross here, and this has nothing to do with the American history that I was speaking about earlier with Jumonville Glen or the General Braddock's grave or Fort Necessity or anything like that. However, if you come all this way, it's worth the trip, and it's a bit of a hike. You got to be in shape, so hopefully I can make it up there. But this is a private religious retreat area, but they do have a very massive cross at the top, and they do allow visitors. So I'm going to walk up to the cross just to show you the enormous size of the cross and the sorry about that truck, but just to show you the size of the cross and the areas that you can see. I believe it says you can, on a clear day, you can see 3 states and so many counties, but it's rarely with the smog and the pollution and everything today, it's rare that you can see the 3 states, but we'll see what we can do today. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm at the one leg, and if you could see, that is the parking lot down there where I've just come from, and I need to go up that road, and it winds around and it goes way up on that hill. So let's head to the next section. Okay, while I'm catching my breath, here is another aspect down through that gate, is where I've just come. And here's some more of the retreat center and a little bit of the view we'll get to when we go higher up. And as we continue to wind around, here's a sneak peek at the cross. And I do remember as a little kid where I grew up, I used to be able to go down in the yard below my house, and with binoculars I was able to see the cross from my home. And we lived, it was a 45-minute drive. It was, I want to guess 25-30 miles one way. I'm not sure, but you know, over time, and that was in the 70s, so you can kind of guess why I'm puffing and puffing at my age right now. But that was pretty cool to see that. But now with all the trees growing up, you can no longer see it from the house, but it was a cool memory. So let's continue on. Okay, made it up the steep incline, very close to the top, to the cross. Let me get closer just to show you how enormous this cross is. Okay, I made it. This is a little bit of a story of the cross. There was a man by the name of Reverend Hogg who was standing here in 1942, and he was gripped with the idea of building a cross here. They formed a committee, and they involved the children and youth of the area by contributing a dime to have their names listed and placed in the foundation of the cross. And the plan was well received, and nearly $9,000 was collected. So they began work on the cross. And then it says many of those people that have supported Jumonville through the years, to this day, it was over 70 years later. Just some specifics about the cross. It's weighed approximately 47,000 pounds. The arms extend 33 feet across, and they had to be welded into place on site. And because of its exposed location, the bracing structure had to be thorough. It says, but hidden inside the clean-cut steel surface of the cross, the completed structure was designed to withstand winds of 100 miles an hour, and the torsion of a whirlwind. It's steel plated, half-inch thick, and was originally coated with gilsonite with white mica embedded in it. Then it says the cross was dedicated on September 9th, 1950, and was estimated that 6,000 people attended. And it says, let me see, I'm just trying to paraphrase. It says someone offered to, there was a Mr. Steiner who was deeply moved by the cross, wanted to pay for the entire cross of $24,000, and It's in its foundation and floodlights and resurfacing. So it says, on this birthplace of a great war stands a monument to the Prince of Peace. And just down the hill from where I've walked is Jumonville Glen, and out that way is a training center for this retreat. And there's also a trail that will lead you down to the Jumonville Glen. And over the years they've added some seating so people can come and take in the view and enjoy themselves. And just to give you an idea of the cross, I'm standing at the base, and the cross goes up and up and up and up. Very massive. I'm not sure if I can get this. Let me see. And that basically says what I was just reading about the dimensions of the cross and when it was erected, and it says it's anchored into 185 tons of reinforced concrete. The height is 60 feet, 8 feet foundation, 66 feet or 68 feet cross, excuse me, arms 33 feet, and it weighs 33 tons. And then I mentioned about the bases, 185 tons of concrete. So that's impressive, and let's see what we can see on this day. I don't know if the wind's affecting the sound at all, but this is actually pretty clear. This is one of the clearest times I've seen it. I believe that road over there, if you could see it out in the distance, is 43. And as I pan right, you'll see the city of Uniontown. And that over there, I believe, is 43 again. And it does mention on here, it'll give out markings with numbers, and it'll tell you what is where. And I see at number 3 is Hatfield Power Station in Masontown, which is out that way. And unfortunately, I believe it was just imploded a few weeks ago. Let me see. And this is just basically saying what I was reading earlier. And this little map here is telling you where I'm standing and what you could see. So you can look into West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and into Ohio, into Wheeling. So it's one of the better days. I have to be, I'm surprised. This is one of the clearer days, even though it's overcast. And we have the Canadian wildfires. But you can see pretty good. It'd be nice if it was sunny, and I do see some sunshine over there peeking through the clouds, but... And this is the other side of the cross, and it's pretty cool at night when it's lit up. They have those giant spotlights there that illuminate the cross. And like I was saying, this is just a side stop if you wanna, if you're up here visiting Jumonville Glen, General Braddock, Fort Necessity, or even Ohio Powell State Park, which I'm going to do a video on. This is a nice little side stop. It's worth the trip, worth the climb. And I've stopped breathing heavy, so I think I'm going to survive. So I just want to keep doing videos like this to keep history alive. I want to, as I said earlier, I want to go around the country, seeing all the spots so that people don't forget where we've come and where we're going. And I want people to realize that, you know, some people may not even realize that Jumonville Glen even exists. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, with the national parks, I mean, you should donate to the national parks if you can, because the parks are drying up more and more. When I was a little kid, my parents would take me to Fort Necessity, and it was much more cleared than it is today. And you'll see it on future video that, you know, they were not able to maintain it like they used to. They used to have bigger reenactments and things there, and it's cut back over time. So I just want to document it and get people, make them aware, and get them out there to enjoy it before it may be too late and some of the parks close and you're not able to enjoy it.